The following video contains spoilers for Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. If you have not played this game yet, you've been warned. I very recently replayed Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. Well, I used the word replayed loosely because as a dumb 5th grader, I only got about halfway through since I couldn't figure out how to solve puzzles. Getting back into this game, my thoughts were, oh, I enjoy puzzles, and I'm probably smarter than my 5th grade self. I should replay that Layton game. While it may not be true that I'm smarter than my 5th grade self now, I enjoyed playing through this game nonetheless. What I didn't expect from this game was the absolutely amazing plot. I was genuinely shocked by the ending, and I think the build-up to it was phenomenal, and it took me a while to realize the culmination of factors that made the ending so powerful. The first thing that I'd like to address is something that confused me in my initial playthrough, which is why Claire didn't reveal herself to Layton earlier. If she had, maybe Layton could have found a way to save her, but it occurred to me that this is exactly the reason that she couldn't reveal herself. A part of her was already stuck in the past, so she would either need to die in the future or live in the past so that she would either be completely alive or completely dead. Living in the past would make the flow of time non-linear. She had already died in the past, so she didn't see this as a viable option. Thus, the only solution was for her to die in the future. But this still doesn't explain one thing. Layton is a man of logic and should have been able to completely understand this. So why not tell him and be able to spend more time with him before she is ultimately met with her fate? What I realize she worried about now, however, is that Layton is a man clouded with grief. She had no assurance that he would act differently than Dimitri Allen in an attempt to bring her back, no matter the cost. So she only revealed herself when it was absolutely necessary to, and even then only told him the full story of who she was when she was certain there was no time left for him to do something about it, except say a very heartfelt goodbye. This brings us to the first reason why this scene was so powerful. Throughout the Professor Layton series, the phrase,
"Every puzzle has an answer,"
is said very frequently. But there wasn't an answer to this puzzle. There was only a trade-off. Either the flow of time had to be interrupted, or Claire had to die, and Claire chose to sacrifice herself for the greater good. This brings us to the second reason this final scene is so powerful. I touched lightly on this before, but we get to see in this ending scene Layton going through the stages of grief. When he first sees Claire, he thinks that it couldn't possibly be true that it's her, and when she tells him that she's Claire's sister, he takes it at face value. This is the same man who was so skeptical about time travel that he was able to figure out that entire future London had been created in a subterranean cave. If there's anyone who should have a little bit of skepticism, it's this guy, Occam's razor who? But he doesn't want to believe she could still be alive. He doesn't want to have to lose her again. He goes into a mix of rage, sadness, and bargaining as she goes to leave him for the last time, begging the world not to make him say goodbye to her again. And when she does leave, there's nothing left for him but sadness, and as he removes his hat, his gift from a lover now gone forever, and looks towards the sky, the viewer can truly feel for one immense loss has impacted him.